Right, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Driving Tour podcast, powered by Icon.
Indeed.
Scott, we got another wonderful guest here.
We do indeed. So, I've got it as London's sexiest dentist, the dancing dentist, Mr. Cool, Porsche Club's best dressed male, and the bulge. But who is Shiraz Khan?
Shiraz Khan, welcome to the Driving Tour
That
podcast.
is probably the best introduction I've ever had in my life. Honestly. It's a pleasure to be here, boys. Cheers.
We'll clip that and send it to you, don't worry.
Yeah. Just for personal family, maybe not family viewing, actually, frankly.
Can you imagine? Yeah, Dad, why are you being called that?
Oh,
Yeah, be a while.
that.
Yeah. It's,
it's just his mum. Why do they call you the bulge?
Dear, oh dear.
Shiraz, you've had a busy couple of weeks, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been mad. I mean, the whole... Yeah, we're going to get into it, obviously, but let's just say 2026 has started off with a bit of a bang.
Definitely something.
Yeah.
So before we get into 2026, where did the motorsport start for you? Where you've had your YouTube series for a little while,
Yeah.
which kind of gave us an insight, but where did it start for you?
So, as you could tell by the introduction, I'm a dental surgeon by trade. Qualified in 2013, did my usual process work, but I was always on socials, brand stuff always kind of stuck to me. It was always, I mean, it wasn't even difficult. It was just kind of part of growing up in that era, like the late teens. And I got my first Cayman in 2017. And I remember distinctly, me and my wife were supposed to be going away on a flight. We were at the dentistry awards, private dentistry awards, in a really fancy hotel in Westminster, right? And we met this couple, and they're like, "Oh, you guys are flying tomorrow?" Yeah. And at the evening dinner, it dawned on us, where's our passports? And they were at the Saudi embassy getting a visa to go to Saudi Arabia, which was 2 months away.
Okay.
So we're going away. We're telling this other couple, who are very, frankly, posh couple, and they're like, "How are you going to get there without your passports?" And I was like, "How are we going to get there?" So I did what every self-respecting couple male would do. Instead of getting to the airport, we drove to a Porsche dealership.
As you do.
That was literally the story. Before, like you pay your deposit or whatever, and then you come back, they do all their prep.
Yeah.
In that week, I'd signed up to the Porsche Club. I booked 5 track days, forgotten I had to tax a car because I'd used all that money for track days. I mean, that just explains everything about me, doesn't it, really? And from then I was just a track day guy. That's all. In fact, that's all I wanted to do, was just track days.
In your Cayman?
In my Cayman, 2.7, 981.
You did?
It wasn't a manual, sadly. But I did, my dad even says to me now, he's like, "Why are you going to ruin these lovely cars?" It's like, I would clarify, they get ruined in Knightsbridge going over potholes. Rather than going around Silverstone,
At least going around Silverstone, you're going around a very famous old race circuit. Going around Knightsbridge, you're going around some random streets with a pothole that's not quite been filled in properly by the council.
And despite fairly high taxes in the area, I'm sure. Yeah. So let's be clear.
100%.
But for me, I've never really been interested in, those sorts of people that kind of just want to go and park their car outside of a place and have coffee, watching people watch their car. That's not my vibe.
No.
Never has been, despite public belief, I'm sure. But so when I started doing track days, then it all became about performance, and then it all unfolded from there.
You outgrew the 2.7 quickly then.
Sadly, as my wife will confirm in the comments of this pod, I'm sure when it came to that. Oh, yeah.
What was the point though? Was it as a child that you sort of become interested in cars, or was it more when you grew up into a teenager, learning to drive, sort of the necessity of it, and then what got you hooked onto cars and Porsches?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even Porsches to start with, funnily enough. When You know, you get asked in school, in primary school, you'll get asked, won't you, what's your dream job? And I think I was 8 years old. Zero sort of impetus from family or the environment. I was like, Formula One racing driver.
Yeah.
That was it. I mean, I didn't, and I remember it really distinctly. But I came from, so I came from super humble beginnings. You know, my dad has worked his whole life to provide us the opportunity to go to university. They never had any of that opportunity. So me, my brother, my sister, got qualified. I became a dentist. So it was all quite a big deal for my family and so on. So there was never really, I'd never been to a race circuit. The closest I got was going to like birthday party go-karting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? One of those like Daytona type, Sandown, crazy brand product placement, guys. So all of that, and I just love that, to get a snippet of it and not really be able to do anything else with it. So the motorsport, not motorsport, but the racing, this cars, all of that I was interested from the beginning, but never really had the ability or the tools to be able to explore what that would look like.
Yeah.
And in dentistry, I started working really, really hard, making a name for myself, started doing fairly well. And, your ability to start pushing forwards for these aspirations start becoming reality rather than just a dream. So when that started to turn around, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to Silverstone. Like, I'm going to Silverstone. And I was that guy, I wasn't recording, just to clarify for everyone. I'd have my wife recording me driving underneath, the big banner and all that. Like, it was just like, it was mega.
Was that the 4 o'clock in the morning? I'm going today.
Do you even sleep on that first day? You can't sleep, can you? Like, you're thinking about it. Yeah,
it's that first time you ever you go to any track, you remember the first racetrack you ever go to, and then driving under that arch, it's like, just especially when the first time you're going onto that track, it just gives you a little feeling.
The goosebumps.
Yeah, I even had that at Mercedes-Benz World, which isn't even a track. But I remember the first time I went there, I was like, oh my God, there's like a racetrack here. Because you don't know, do you?
No.
I'm not from that world, so I was like, oh my God, like, it's a racetrack, I guess.
Well, technically, it's part of Brooklands.
It is. You can
theoretically, yeah.
There we go.
Knowingly, I was at an actual racetrack, but hasten to add that little thing isn't a racetrack.
Yeah, in the middle.
There's a sampling circuit.
Yeah, so that's a very nice way to put it. Yeah,
they used it for go-karting a little while ago, didn't they? The Henry Surtees Foundation charity go-karting event.
Yeah,
that's how big it was. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
So that makes it cool, actually.
There you go.
Yeah, that's cool.
Made it cooler for you.
Cooler for me now that I've been there.
So there's no sort of first memory of watching Formula One, or what sort of?
No,
what was that for you?
One, like the car that stands out is the Williams, the blue, yellow Elf Williams. Hill, that vibe. That's the first time I remember seeing a race car and being like, that looks like a spaceship.
Yeah,
and being like, what is this world? But as kids, when you're growing up, your dreams, and this is perhaps maybe a deeper topic, but your dreams can be very, very quickly made to be pushed down with your circumstance and where you're from and what you do and what your aspirations are. I never even had like branded trainers. Like, that's not even a thing. Nowadays kids want the latest iPhone. I was rocking high techs all day long. You know what I mean? Ascot and high tech with a business back in the day. So it's because it was just so far away. There was no reality or opportunity to even think about what that would feel like. So it was just TV.
And that's what sort of sparked you off. And then
you still have that spark in there, though? That's what I love. Is the fact that humble upbringings, and like you said, with a lot of people, I mean, ultimately motorsport has a massive class issue because people from poorer backgrounds will struggle to get there.
Accessibility is not there.
No. But you've got there.
Yeah, man. I mean, like the hairs just went up on my own when you said that, right? Like, it's even, whatever level you decide to do it to, you get a motorsport license. You get that pack from ARDS that says you're a racing driver. You go to a paddock, you have to obligate to the rules of that competition. You have to follow park foaming. I didn't even know what that was, mate. I was like, is that French? Like,
Yeah. They love the posh word.
I was like, sorry, is that a parking space or do I? It's like, no idea what was going on. On my first race, genuinely, it was mad. So yeah, it was there. And the fact it's a reality is something special.
That's the whole thing about just having the dream and pushing on from there. We all dream as a kid, don't we?
We do.
Every single one of us that actually gets into racing as a kid, we all dream of being able to get on a racetrack in anything whatsoever.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
If you're in a car, whether you're in anything, it's got 3 wheels, it's got 2 wheels, it's got 17 wheels. Like,
It doesn't matter.
it's racing.
Yeah.
And as soon as that visor goes down, you're in on.
Yeah, you're locked in.
It's one of the things I always put to, so with when I've done stuff with Driven Minds, and I've had, so Nick and Katie will, if they're listening to this, will attest to it. If I'm speaking to a driver that's a bit nervous, or they're having their first race, or they're just not having a good weekend, there's one bit of advice I give them, and it kind of goes back to what you refer to, Shiraz, how lucky we are to be doing this one. Motorsport is the best sport in the world.
100%.
So I always say to them, right, you're going to come out of the pit lane and you're going to do one green flag lap. And I just want you to do one thing. Focus on warming up your tyres, doing whatever you need to do, but do something else. Just have a look around you. Look at the other cars, look at the marshals, look at the grandstands, look at the circuit, look at your surroundings. Take it all in and remember how lucky you are, because there are so many other people that cannot do this, and yet you get a chance to go out and do it.
And the Porsche Club, just giving them a bit of a shout out, they do a terrific job of making it an incredible spectacle. I mean, you've got people that are coming asking for our signatures. I'm like, you mean you don't want money from me and I'm signing this away? Like, they do an incredible job to give us the level of exposure that, they don't know what we've done, what we are, what our history is. It's a privilege.
Yeah, that is an incredible experience being on the grid and you have little kids coming up to you with a picture of your car. I was like, I used to do that. Like, it's just absolutely mega. And you, my kids look at me like, what? Why do you want his signature? Like,
let's keep that real. Like, he's not that good. Kids will always keep it real.
If you want a reality check, speak to your kids. Knock you down so quick.
Yeah, they will just. I'm lucky enough. I'm not in that position, so I'll just have a missus that will just.
Do you want to borrow mine? They'll have a good job.
But to be fair, I've got a missus who's savage enough and just I'll get out of the car and be like, that weren't very good, was it? Okay, yeah, thanks. Problem with the car. Ford life and all that.
So, what did you move after you got your 2.7 981 Cayman? What did you move on after that? Did you choose another road car? Is this when you then moved into?
Yeah, it was all. I mean, it was all road cars up until, so that was 2017. My first race was 2022.
Yeah.
So very quickly, it went from 981 2.7 Cayman to 981 GT4. Straight at the jugular. I was like,
I need it.
That's it. No, that's it. No, that's it. And obviously, it's not it. Until the next shiny opportunity comes up.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, this is it. And
famous last words.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Kylie Ganderton, who's from Porsche Centre Mayfair. He literally from the first car has been my guy for all of my road car journey. And when this car, when he had two 981 GT4s together. And he was like, there's two here. Do you want one? And one was like what people would typically expect me to go for.
Right.
Racing yellow seat belts, yellow stitching, all of that. Like, no club sport.
Okay.
Comfort seats, no cage. Number plate dual to the bumper. And the other was a agate grey.
Okay.
Club sport. And had the number plate was a sticker. And I actually think racing yellow on GT4 is stunning. Like, that's probably going to come back to me at some point in my life for sure. But the sticker on the plate, I was like, this guy knew his cars.
Yeah.
So I'm buying this because I didn't get it new, obviously. So it went from a 2.7 to a 3.8 manual GT product straight off the bat, and I was like, this is it. Like, it was amazing. I think within 4 days I was at Goodwood.
I was going to say, were you booking the track day and you were leaving?
No, it's already booked, mate. It's already, as soon as I got the picture, I was like, right, track day needs to be booked in. So I had 4 days. Funny story, the lady who took me for a test drive in it didn't know how to get out the car. Because it's got the pool.
Oh my God.
So we're sitting here in this car for about 20 minutes. She's like, I'm so embarrassed. I'm like, don't be. I'm like, I'm usually better company, but I would like to get out of this car if you don't mind.
She's Googling on her phone how to get out.
Because you don't pull forward, you have to pull from the back forwards, isn't it? Oh, God, it was so funny. There's kind of an awkward moment, but it was hilarious. And then that car I got on, I think it was 2,000 miles. And then when I sold that at 18,000 miles, and it was like Spa, all of UK circuits, like just did everything in that car. I went to Tesco's in the car. Why are you going to leave it as a garage queen? Like,
Yeah.
it's there to be driven. Like, so yeah, really enjoyed that car.
What did you move into after the GT4?
I took a very small hiatus into a 991.1 GT3 comfort spec. There was one at Porsche. So this is where I eloped from Mayfair for one purchase. And he's like, what are you doing? And they gave me basically a stellar deal on my car because it was quite high mileage for the time. I think that would have been 2019. And I took it to Silverstone. And have you driven 901 GT3, right?
No, I haven't.
So have you driven 981 GT4?
Yes.
Right. That feels quite quick. Mm-hmm. And then you get into this 475 horsepower rear engine thing. When you put your foot down, like, it's a different feeling. I remember my brother, God bless him, he's in Qatar now, I moved to Qatar, but I came home with the car, sat in the seat, and it sucked up the life out of it when I pulled off straight away. I went around Silverstone, almost threw up.
Really?
Wow.
Just because of the
Comfort spec.
Yeah.
I was sliding all over the place. And I don't even think I was driving that quick, to be fair, because I wasn't used to the balance. So I can't have this. And then Kylie comes back in and he's like, listen, my man, we all make mistakes. Don't worry. I'll get you out of it. And he got me into a 901 Gen 2 GT3 Club Sport manual.
And then
Black.
set.
And I was like, this is it. Yeah. So had that car for 2 years.
Yeah.
The pandemic, obviously, during that time. Took that also to Spa. Had a few real big moments in that car because it's a completely different balance.
Yep.
And I thought I was all right at driving by then. I was like, yeah, I'm all right, maybe. I've got this. I've got this TC on, ECS on. I can't look at it turn that off. Who does that?
I'm good, but ain't that good.
Yeah, exactly.
Hilarious. Yeah, the instructor's looking in before he sends you out. Yeah, they're off.
They're off. Don't worry. Don't worry. And that's at the experience centre where everything's super safe. Oh, dear. And then I got the opportunity to start speccing cars from Mayfair because I had quite a big portfolio from them.
Yeah.
I'd also had like a couple of McCanns and so on. So then they gave me a 992 GT3 from list.
Nice.
So then I started going through that whole speccing thing, and that was pretty cool. That was pretty amazing, actually. I'd never specced a car up until that point. So it's weird to think the first car you ever specced was a 992 GT3. Like, that's mad, isn't it? Like, yeah, the kid who couldn't have branded trainers is now
Specking a 993.
Yeah, 992. Yeah, and it was quite magical when I went to pick it up. Like, I think it was the second car or third car in the UK, so it was a big deal. And whatever, my dad came, my brother came. Like, it was all super cool. And that was track day honey as well. So like, anyone who's bought any one of my cars, they've been well looked after. Very well looked after.
Thoroughly road tested.
Yeah. And they're still doing good. So that was my first entry point to the new car thing. And then,
So were you doing Porsche track days with that car at that point then?
it was pretty much only Porsche track days.
Okay.
I'd do the odd RMA day, but for a new driver, quite intimidating.
Yeah.
Both sides overtaking. Race cars are about 30 to 40% of the makeup.
It's a quick day.
Yes.
And it's quick race cars.
Quick drivers
Yeah.
as well. Because all of the drivers that want to get the max out of their day will go to RMA, won't they?
Yeah.
Shout out to Leighton, because he's been really, really cool. Even from my first RMA day, which was at Spa, he was like really, really welcoming and you know, all of that. But yeah, then what happened was I came across Dino Zamparelli,
Oh, excuse me.
who was previous Porsche Carrera Cup driver, race winner. He's a champion in his own right.
Yep.
And he'd seen me at a Silverstone track day,
Okay.
and he was like, "You ever thought about racing?" I was like, "Mate, it's a dream. Like, of course.
How do I do it?
What do I need to do?" He's like, "Long and short of it is, I booked a test day next week. Come down.
I know.
Let's see where you're at." And that was it. That was the entry into the racing thing.
So then after that, odds booked,
Odds,
registrar done.
No, do you know, when I did that test, I was like, "Oh, surely I'm still not going to be able to race." And a bit of insight. I did that test at Silverstone GP. I was 30 seconds off the pace on my first sesh. 3-0.
Wow.
By the end of the day, I was 4 seconds off.
That's
Beautiful.
a huge improvement.
Mad, isn't it? And the reality was all of that track day driving, which was giving me understanding, was creating bad habits because you're just overslowing it every time. I'm not driving it on the limit. I'm driving it
corner speed and things like that.
I'm driving it to my limit, not cars.
Which is essentially what they want you to do within a track day anyway, is
True.
be safe, have fun, go home, no problems.
Yeah, no issues. And then I started doing some drive development, and then 2022 I entered 2-3 races.
Is that with Eden Race Drive?
Yeah, it was Race Drive at the time.
Yep.
And then became Eden Race Drive the following year. Yeah. I did. Do you know those Pirelli track days they do?
Yep.
There was
the P0 track day. Yeah,
amazing day.
a really good day.
I'm not going to say any more about it. Don't book on, because I'm going to be on that next year, and I'm going to be doing loads of testing. Because basically everyone just
It's great.
done by 2:00.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting a massage, and you're still going around.
Yeah, you're
amazing,
pinging it around.
amazing. So I did 2 days development with Dino there, and that's when I really started to push. That's when I lost control. There was a car,
Okay.
couldn't hold on to it, didn't understand what the limit of grip was, and you know what? Massive shout out to Dino, because he doesn't usually sit with drivers
Yeah.
at all. His coaching's from a data standpoint or whatever. He sat with me. He sat with me again. I span out. He's like, go again. And he really started to make me understand when that tyre was starting to give up. And that was on treadeds, of course. It was on Trofeo R's, isn't it?
Yep.
And that's where the little switch started to happen. Where I was like, I know what that feels like.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I'd driven to the limit, lost it, caught it, and carried on. And I was sitting there too boosted about me catching it. I lost all my lap time, to be fair. It just goes to show.
Just so happy you didn't end up in the dark.
Yeah, to be honest. It's still painting the same way at the end of it all. So, yeah, massive shout out to Dino, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be racing straight up.
So it was the sort of natural progression from you getting your Porsche road cars to then speaking to Dino, and then like, okay, we'll go Porsche Club. That was the only sort of route that you looked at, or did you look at anything else?
I did consider Caterham for a while, because I liked the idea of the analog, no driver aids, all of that stuff.
Yep.
And, you know, from a price point perspective, you have to think about what's kind of the most affordable route to motorsport.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have sponsor, I didn't have anything. I was going to go on it on my own.
Yeah.
But then when you start trying to propose that you're going to go racing, trying to, inverted commas, sell Caterham, and trying to sell Porsche are two completely separate things, aren't they?
100%.
Yeah, it's the brand.
100%. If you imagine being down the pub with your mates. What are you doing this weekend? We're going around the golf. I'm going to go racing. We're going to go race. Well, I'm going to go and race one of these Caterham things with no roof and... Oh, okay. Enjoy. Oh, I'm going to go and race my Porsche. You race Porsche. Everyone's ears pricked up. I've had it with the Citroens. It was, they're just, laughing at the room, go away. Yeah. You're telling me you race a Porsche. Now, the problem is, when you say you race a Porsche, they know you don't race a 911.
Yeah.
Because if you race a 911, you tell them you race a 911.
Yeah.
This is
Straight
the
up.
this is the
Straight
thing. This with Porsche. Everyone knows you drive a Boxster if you say you drive a Porsche. I know this.
Yeah.
This is what I do.
It's so funny, isn't it? The little navigation of conversation.
Yeah, I've got a Porsche. Oh, well, have you? Yeah. Is it 911?
No, that's it. It'll be
convertible.
It's a 2-seat sports car. It's legitimate.
Yeah, damn straight. Saved Porsche at the end of the day.
It did.
Saved Porsche.
It did. 996 with it as well.
Yeah.
One of the best proper analog last of them, or epic cars. I think they're great.
And I think the looks have grown a little bit,
Yeah,
especially with the Gen 2.
Yeah, they're not so much of the ugly sisters.
No, that's sort of are just less of less.
It's Porsche snobbery coming out.
No, not at all. But, everyone's everyone, aren't they? And that's when I would go to a Porsche Club Track day in a Boxster. So I'd go up at the time. I think I had a 718 GT4 RS, and I'd essentially take both on. And I was overtaking people in GT3s in a Boxster, and then
It's a great feeling, isn't it?
I mean, it is. It really is. Because I was like, surely that should be going quicker than I am right now.
It's when you get up behind her and you just like, full beam on.
Looking it straight by the jugular, didn't he? He's not even like being nice.
No. So they see him, and they're great. Like, fair play. You're taking your GT3 RSs and you're taking your big powerful 911s out, and you're spanking the arse off them, and you're going to drive home with these at the end of the day. I've traded my Boxster Air. I won a set of Trofeo R's, and you're slowing me down. Out of the way.
This is the inverse of snobbery, isn't it? It's like the anti-snobbery.
This is race driver snobbery. You go on a track there, it's like, let's get out of the way.
I mean, to be honest, that when I remember it was like it was an oak green PTS. A GT3 on silver wheels, and it had ceramics.
Going that slow that you could memorise the spec.
I was straight up. I was like, ceramics. Yeah, he spec'd it. As you go past in Maggot's Beck, it's like super cool when it like. Oh my god, that it was. That's when I also had realised that perhaps continuing down this road car thing may or may not be the right idea.
Yeah.
Until they offer you a 992 GT3 RS, which was spec the days out of. Oh my god, PTS, you name it, it had everything. That was a cool car.
Very cool car. That kind of reminds me of Snetterton. What you said though was it a 997 GT3 that was out on track with us when I think I debuted the EcoBoost Focus. You were in the Mazda.
Oh, the MX-5. Yeah.
And it was the same. There was a lad out there in a 911 that couldn't drive it as well. And the look on his face when I went tearing past in my Focus race car, and then Scott went tearing past in his road track day Mazda.
With no roof on because I couldn't have the helmet. Like the roof, you couldn't have it. So I had to take the roof down. It was the Mazda with rock hard tyres as well, just sideways everywhere when you're flashing the night. There's drivers and then there's drivers.
And you know what? Like, because I was probably one of those guys that you went flying past at one point, wasn't I? Wasn't I? In a circle. Yeah. I was in a GT4. I was doing all right. Yeah, I was doing all right. And you would get genuinely like Boxsters or whatever, just fly past you. And
what were you telling yourself at that point? Because I've never had this shoe on the other foot, so it's just interesting.
In reality, I wasn't even worried because I didn't know which way I was going anyway.
So and to be fair, you get to drive home in a GT3.
GT4 at the time.
Yeah.
GT4.
It's still a great car.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, I think that's probably the sweet spot for road driving anyway.
Yeah.
Size, speed, probably long gearing. So I'd get 9M to try and sort out a little bit of the gear ratio thing. But otherwise, like a perfect car.
So which was your first race in the Boxster? When you moved from, obviously, you've done your stuff with Dino. It's like, right, you've got your arms straight in, last round of the year.
So at that time, it was the fourth round of the year. So 2022 was the fourth or third round of the year.
I've got to stop you.
Go on then.
Because of tax reasons.
Yeah.
So,
yes. We will be back after this. We'll come back with some Snetterton.
Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe on all social media platforms.
And don't forget to like and subscribe on the likes of Spotify and YouTube. Subscribe to listen to us for new content coming up wherever you can. Welcome back to our tax-induced break. Just to explain to that, folks, if you are wondering why we have to cut every 30 minutes, look up recording times of digital SLR and why tax implications matter. Anyway,
Moving on.
Snetterton.
Swiftly.
Snetterton.
So, my first race was Snetterton, and I was testing my first test session.
Yep.
So I'd done a track day before. Well, we've got an M2, so I was in the M2. Totally ruined the discs and brakes, by the way, on the way home. It was an absolute judder monster
Oh, I
on
bet.
the way home. That was ridiculous. So I did my first test session. Engine blew.
Wow.
First session.
Whereabouts?
Second, so you know that fast double right?
Yep.
First hairpins, turn 2, isn't it?
Yep.
Done that. Down, turned out, put my foot on the throttle. And I was like, what's just happened here? Anyway, engine failure, which you'll hear a repeat story of in my racing journey, sadly. One would say it's probably me. Definitely isn't. And then Colin was looking after me. They drove all the way back to Kent, got me a doctor's car, another doctor's car, funnily enough, it was a Boxster. You know the Tag Heuer one?
Yeah,
the silver
yeah.
Tag Heuer Boxster. And I drove that for the race. And one thing I learned very quickly, 2 Boxsters.
Are not the same Boxster.
Oh my God. Yeah, but you've driven this car 100 times. I haven't. I haven't driven this car once. So I positioned myself in a fairly miserable 13th out of only 12 drivers or whatever it was. Like, I was awful. I was awful.
The Shiraz was the medical car.
Yeah. I was there to make up numbers, man. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
And it was a pretty poor race. And doing the testing that I'd already done had created some anticipation for what I wanted to achieve.
Yeah.
So to come second last or third last or whatever it was, that was just like, even my brother, shout out to him again, he was like, hey man, this racing thing, is this what you want to do? Because it ain't that great.
Going back to what we were saying earlier about
Siblings,
family, siblings, anyone.
That's what you got to love you. That's what you got to love them, don't you? And then for the next race, it was Silverstone.
Yep.
Auto Farm. I remember this. Auto Farm sponsored because you had to change our sun strips. And my car was back. I tested it. I was familiar with it. I tested Silverstone and double podium.
Yeah, man.
Second place in the third place. Not first, sadly. And it was like, all these guys are fighting for a championship. And Mike Thompson, shout out to Mike Thompson. Mike Thompson's like, where the blimmin' hell have you come out of? And I was like, hey there, mate. You all right? Like, nice to meet you, man. Whatever. And that was it. And Steve Woods remembers me because he saw me on the podium that they had sponsored, obviously, twice. And he was like, who's that guy? And I've seen him before. And then, that then just started to make me really...
What did your brother say to you after that one? Is this racing thing definitely...
No, then he's in his tank top for the video, like, he's like going all out. He's like, yeah, man, this is amazing. He's all good with it then. And my son, he was born on the 25th of April, so he was only 4 months, and he came, my wife came, my daughter came, my family. It was mad. It was a mad scenario.
Best weekend racing?
Hey. No. We'll come to that later. It was the best weekend that I'd had up until that point.
Yeah.
Probably of my life.
Was it self-vindication for you? You stand on that podium for the first time and you say to yourself, yeah, I can do this.
Do you know what? I was so overwhelmed that I didn't even think about what my ability was. This may come across as probably remotely arrogant, but I almost always thought I knew I could sort of do it. I don't think that was in question. I think what was in question is proving it in pressure, in circumstances, and being that guy. Not just, the guy who's got this, like, he's got all these people here, he's got his, like, own race suit and overalls branded with, like, I don't want to be all smoke, no fire. I want to be the business. So I believed I could. And it was nice because we stood on the proper podium. So that was nice.
That's all. That's pretty cool when you get to do that. I've only done it once, but it just makes it so much better getting out there.
The Brands one was pretty special.
Yeah, that was so we'll get to that.
Yeah, that was mad.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was mad.
That was proper cool. But yeah, so your first weekend, the one I always ask is, so when it's those quiet moments. So you have all the hype, you finish the race, you're on your in lap, and it's like, you've done your podium. First ever podium's always mega.
Yeah.
Like mega is like we've all like that first one. We've all got to remember it. Wave into the marshals, and you get in, and then you get out. And it's from the moment you get out the car, it's busy because everyone wants to congratulate you. You're excited. You're talking to all the other drivers. It's that thing when you're driving home, if you're on your own or whether you're in the shower and you're just thinking, running through your head in the day. It's like. It's that feeling, isn't it? It's just, there is no other feeling. It's just, do you know what? Yeah, we can.
You know, it was really interesting. Go back to Snetterton. When I finished that race last, all of Supertune, every member of the team came out into the pit lane, were clapping me.
Yeah.
And I'd come like so last. I mean, it's like almost a lap down. Like a non-endurance 25-minute sprint. And that's when I felt, oh my God. And Paul Jerd said something, you know, the commentator.
Yeah.
Shout out to Paul. He's an absolute legend. Big part of Porsche Club Motorsport. He said, you can now say you're a racing driver. And I was like, it's mad. Yeah, that's mad. But you're right. The first podium, when I stood on that the first time, it's so funny, you know, because you don't really realise the adrenaline dump that's about to happen during the race weekend.
Yeah.
And then you get to the end of it. I finished the first race. I was like, listen, I want to go home, man.
Knackered.
I'm shattered. There's no way I'm going to better this result anyway. And then I did one better. So third, first race, second race. So.
Was it close? Were you chasing for?
Yeah. So Mike Thompson, I'd gone for a lunge on the inside, clipped his bumper. It just scraped the bumper. I'm not going to mention who, but another driver that I was overtaking for that move made a massive fuss to the stewards.
Really?
To Porsche Club. They're like, he's not even in this championship and he's doing moves like that. He's really...
Okay.
I don't want to sit because you know this person. Maybe we'll talk about it outside the podcast. and I had a move on for first place, and that was the driver. And Colin came into my head because he said, whatever happens, zero contact next race. He goes, you're not at fault. The driver that was involved said he was racing, hard racing, great, but no contact.
Yeah.
So I lined up the moves. I was going to outbrake, and I was like, I'm going to make contact.
So we blame Colin for your first win coming later.
Colin, man.
Although Colin's going to be, love you to bits, Colin, a wise old head. But love you to bits. I know I'm showing your age a bit. He has been around a while.
Yeah.
But that's Colin Tester probably showing a bit of giving you a bit of his experience to go, you know what? The win will, almost telling you the win is going to come. Get through that first weekend.
And Colin, in my first year, was really seminal because Colin's got this incredible ability, hasn't he, that he can sort of work out within the first 5 minutes in the car if you're a driver or if you're not.
Yeah, 100%.
If he can trust you or not or whatever. Yeah. And he'd obviously he sat with me a couple of times and he'd kind of seen what sort of lap times I was doing. So he knew I could do it. But he gave me that confidence to say, don't you worry about that. It's all good.
Yeah.
Just keep it clean, show your class.
Yeah.
Which has been a continuous theme since.
It's a lot to be said about showing your class when you're racing, especially when you're racing in a paddock as prestigious as Porsche Club. If you can race with a little bit of class, it goes a hell of a lot.
I don't want to be that guy to win because other people went there. I don't want to be that guy to win because someone got smashed off. Like, we'll talk about the first win later, but whatever the circumstance that came from, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Right? But I don't want to be that guy because of a circumstance.
Yeah.
I just want to be the quickest driver there. I want to be the quickest driver there with the best people, with the worst people, whatever it is. And I don't do that protesting result rubbish.
No. I know exactly what you mean. You want to win it on the track and not in
on merit.
The stewards' room and things like that.
On merit, yeah.
So I get you. So your first season done?
Yeah, so that was like 4 races. My last race of that year was Donington, and I missed out my first win by 0.024 seconds. Crossed the line at the same time. I got pushed onto the grass. I won't mention who. You could probably research that if you want. And so got out of the 4 races that I did, I got 3 podiums.
Mega.
So I was like, obviously 2 races per weekend.
Yeah.
But I was like, nah, I know what I need to do. So rather than staying in box to cut, I was like, I'm never going to race on treadeds again.
Yeah.
So I'm going in slicks. And Dino said to me, he's like, I think we'd have a really good shot if you tried to stay in box cup. I was like, yeah, good one.
Yeah.
Slicks it is, mate. Get a diff in the car. Okay, different, because it was different then, wasn't it? It was like diff wasn't allowed in box cup. So I get a diff in the car, we're racing slicks. And that was a horrible season.
Yeah.
I was so off the pace. Again, two positions from being at last.
Uh-huh.
I think my best result that season was 6th, I think.
Okay.
So a big learning year. And, you know...
But was that purely just learning about racing on slicks, completely different style of racing?
Yeah. I mean, just carrying so much more speed.
Yeah.
Carrying so much more speed. Like, I'll give you a bit of credit, Scott. You're right up the end of that Boxster. You're literally at the limit. And when you see another Boxster just pull away, and there's no power difference, it's incredible. Like,
yeah, it is.
It's, you know, I mean, some of the boys that were doing the box driving this year, they were really up the end of it, weren't they? I mean, they're quicker than most of the slick cars. So credit to them.
These kids are quick.
Yeah, top drivers. But for me, for someone who has only ever driven road cars and done track days and done 1 season, not even a season, 4 races.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, slicks. I'm going to be good at slicks. It's so good to not know the other end, isn't it?
You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
Do you credit that to doing it, or do you regret doing that? Is there just you were happy with
credit all day long?
Yeah.
I mean, if I talk about it as a pure branding perspective, the year that I did Box to Cut, there was the 911 Challenge.
Okay.
There was that challenge. Do you remember there was that Tim Bates car?
Yes.
Right? So they were taking all the footage.
Yeah.
Right? So from a branding perspective, if I was in Box Cup, I'd have had my own. All I did was fall behind another category of cars all of a sudden. But that just goes to show that actually my mindset wasn't about, I know how to work a brand thing. I get all of that. But it was about driving. That's the primary focus. So I didn't regret it at all, because it really then created that zest for searching, for improvement, for dialing in, for learning, rather than just being a hot newcomer that's all right amongst essentially amateurs. How do I fare against essentially semi-pros? And that took some time.
To come through that.
Yeah. And the first season, I was still renting a car at the point. After that year, it was quite important for me to have my own car. Because I realised I was getting to the point where those pitfalls, those issues, I couldn't really control. No discredit to whoever I rented the cars from, because they were fantastic. They were amazing. But I wanted to take certain things in a certain direction, and you're in control of that when it's your car.
Yeah, you make that decision, don't you?
Yeah, so I bought Paul Simpson's championship winning car, which is my car now. Bought it with another dentist, actually. He's also a driver who's actually, I incidentally raced Caitlin's in the past.
Okay.
So, me and him are going to do some 2 endurance driver stuff this year, so it's going to be cool.
Was that in the Calm series, is it?
Either Calm or CSCC, or there's stuff going on in, there's a race in Spa. April.
Okay.
I think so. We're going to probably try and get on that together. But that won't be the main feature of my season. It'll just be one thing to do as well as everything else.
Yeah.
And then obviously this year, well, actually, so when I bought the car, there was that. Do you know about the Alton Park?
So this is what I was going to say, because you had a pretty bad one at Alton Park last year with it made a splash, didn't it? That start, that was a bit of silliness.
I mean,
and then it wasn't your fault, was it at all? You got completely caught up in this,
and that's the first time I've qualified on the front row.
Yeah.
Finally qualified decent. I got my first podium in Class 2 at Brands the race before. So like, I get it. I went out on slicks in the wet.
Ballsy.
Kept it together. Was super slow for 90% of it, and then put the lap together. So me and Jamie Callender, the only 2 people that went for slicks.
Yeah.
I was moving away, saw it all kicking off, and got punted off by we don't need to mention, but you can see it.
Yeah.
It's on Motorsport.
It's on Crash. It's on UK. It's on whatever it is. It's on all of them.
And the car was, I needed, that's essentially a new rebuild. Yeah. I mean, it's the same shell, but completely rebuilt from the ground up.
Because there's an image of you and you looking absolutely just at your car, head
Dejected.
Yeah, just how was that when you got out? So run me through that, because I've had big accidents, so I understand. But explain how you get that initial hit. Was it quick? Did it slow down for you?
So fast.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even realise I had spun around.
Yeah.
Until I watched it back.
Okay.
I mean, without getting into the ins and outs, and who was right, whatever, blah, blah. If you're in contact, just come off the accelerator.
Yeah.
Don't pin it. Come on, guys. Anyway, so and the hit was quite hard on me. That took out Porter.
Yeah. Jamie got caught up in that as well.
Yeah. So it just was, and then I needed to fund to rebuild my car.
Yeah.
And this is where I started to feel this tension between, you doing your racing and having sponsors, because now I'm accountable to them.
Okay.
And 3 races that season I couldn't be out for because the car wasn't prepared.
Yeah.
Wasn't ready. When I got to Donington, I mean, we haven't even driven the car on track yet, and I'm about to race this thing. I was massively off the pace there anyway. And
yeah, you're having a few issues. I was watching you in the testing on the Friday, and you're still just having a few issues with the car.
And it's just like the fact that there is a car is the win.
Is incredible.
Is the win. So, but I did it to come back for the sponsors, to show them that we're here, and I'm not giving up, I'm not bailing out, and funded the whole.
Fully committed to the cause.
Yeah. And then that season finished, and then I decided to go for the new livery, new year.
I remember you dropping your social media post thinking, shit, that new car looks sweet.
Yeah.
If you know Porsche and you know motorsport, you know where that livery comes from.
Oh my God.
But you have people asking you, like, where did you get the idea?
It's like, oh my God, that design's amazing. I was like, don't talk to me. You don't know where this came from. We're not in the same chat. Left the chat, Sort of like, yeah. Well, the thing that got me about it is why no one had already not done it. Because there's a couple of people who've got some really wicked liveries in throughout the years.
Yeah. But it works on that car as well.
All right. So I'm going to tell you, when I came up with the inspiration for it, sorry, I'm going to talk a bit inappropriately now.
No, don't judge it. This is a very inappropriate show. Go ahead.
You've got him on it.
Is it going to be all fart, no poo? Yeah. Right? I was like, I'm taking the most iconic livery from the most iconic car that Porsche have ever made, race car.
Yep.
And it's going on a box though. How is that going to go? And it worked beautifully because, of course, it's same headlamps. So when I came up with it, got the wheels in gold as well. When it turned up, when it turned up, it was a press day, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I was like, oh my God, that looks. And they basically, when they were doing the lap of Donington, to the pressure, I said, like, can you keep coming forwards, please? I was like, yeah, of course, mate.
Rubbing it. Keep pointing that camera this way, baby.
The money shot. Giving it the full Zoolander inside. There it is.
It was so funny. Oh, so good. And like, but the thing is, everyone came up to me like, Chris, who had moved to Radical, he's like, hold the phone. And as you can tell, team merch in the livery of the car. Yeah.
I got to, obviously I talk to Johnny Lovin a lot. And like at these fucking WhatsApps come through. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
What the fuck? He goes, have you seen this? Oh my God, this looks amazing.
Did he say that?
I was like, well, he goes, it sounds like a fucking Formula One car as well. All right.
That was probably the 4 litre.
I think that's why Johnny probably didn't come out. He's happy with that.
And I still only came second, says a lot about my driving.
If we go, because the car looked phenomenal. Yeah, had your new helmet design as well, which is pretty sick.
Yeah, man.
And then the season started. You started strong.
Yeah, man. I bought the car and I was like, I want to be in everyone's heads because Paul won last year. So I kept it the same livery. But, you know, this year I thought, no, I'm going to put some money behind this because I want it to look like my car.
Yeah.
It's not someone else's car anymore. And came out, felt good, felt strong. Did 2 test days in the car, and the car was performing really lovely. We had a new engine built. Did some things with drop links, like really tried to focus this car around my driving style.
Yeah.
And then started having ECU issues. So the first race of Silverstone of 2025, I was down 20 horsepower.
Yeah.
And every corner I'm getting past, I'm like, dude, man, I'm in the 4s and I can't get out of the 6s and 7s.
Yeah.
And essentially that circuit is 4 straights and 3 turns.
Yeah.
So it's all power. There's you can't carry loads in.
No, because
apart from one corner.
But the rest of it doesn't warrant it. You actually need to have the stop and the go. So you need the grunt, you need to push. Because it was national, wasn't it? So it was a national race did on, yeah.
So, and then Colin did his like magic, got the car, and I think there's an onboard of me like where I'm going down the back straight after the first lap, and I can hear it revving like it would normally, and I'm like, yes, that's what we need to sound like.
That's in your YouTube series as well. Isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So you started that this year, didn't you?
No, so I had done previous iterations, which frankly were nothing on it this year. Shout out to Matty Page, he's done an amazing job. But yeah, that's on the video, and I led my first lap, and I was like, what's going on here? And then everything changed because I could hit that lap time again and again. I remember you as well. You came up to me. He goes on the testing because basically on testing I was sending it. I went into to gravel turn 1.
That's testing properly.
Oh my God! I was like, and everyone's like, Shiraz, man, this guy.
I remember seeing on the pit wall, he just went, I was like, why is he going? What's he doing?
It's a right, not a left, Shiraz.
You just hear this.
He's obviously yeah. So I remember you coming up to me and he was like, yeah, I've told these guys to time you because you're like always in the 104s. And I was like, I didn't know if you'd kind of looked under my bonnet. It was like one of those inappropriate moves. Like, you're timing me. Thanks. I didn't know, like, you know. And but yeah, like shout out to you because like when I first met you, you've always been super friendly. So we always caught jokes every weekend we were together, really. And then
because you walk around the paddock and you try and be, that's what I said, you're the Porsche Club's best dressed man.
I mean, it's not really a high thing to hear for it. Sorry. No, it's jokes. I know it's really cool, man. I mean, the paddock and everyone's so friendly, and like, you know, a lot of the Class 1 drivers become really, really good friends of mine.
Yeah.
You know, and it's really nice to get that subtle sense of approval. So I knew I could hit the lap time, but now you're defending. I've not really defended the lead.
Yeah.
So all of that emotion was quite high. And then, if you've seen the video, when you see me come across, I promise that's not for the camera. At that point, there's no camera in the room. I am screaming for dear heaven, like
you give it it's just full on emotion taken.
Pure me, and that's who I am.
Yeah.
Like, not subduing it for the sake of anything.
You've got some balls to put that out because I still would never put mine out.
Haven't you?
No, because I'm like, oh, wait.
It's all good, man. You know why? Why? Okay, so this is again going a bit to philosophy, but why would you care about how other people perceive you in your highest moment of happiness?
I don't know. I never thought it like that. It's just how, like, I don't know. I always try and play that little bit of, I've got this in control. I'm kind of try and play it down. And that was just full loss of control, everything.
Yeah.
And then I started crying like a bloody baby.
Same.
Which is just stupid.
Same.
Because my cousin passed away when we were 27.
Yeah.
And I carry the ribbon, like green. That's why I wear the green band and I've got the green ribbon on the cape. And me and him both raced when we were kids. Our granddad raced. And I carry him with me every time we race. So when I did that, I went
all of that came
absolutely mental.
Yeah.
And then I've looked and I've just looked at the ribbon and I'm just, that just done me.
Yeah, but that's such a powerful, seminal moment of your life.
Yeah.
That most people won't understand
Yeah, true.
but it's not for them to understand.
Yeah.
And don't worry, I cut out the part where I was crying immediately after the screaming. That didn't make it to the final cut. Yeah, that didn't make it to the final cut. But I'm being straight up, like, you know what? Life is too short. The world is too crazy to have to control. It's kind of why I do dentistry. Happiness is a big emotion. Imagine people having to do this when they smile.
Yeah.
That for me is heartbreaking. The most beautiful emotion that you can offer to anyone, and you're having to subdue it because you're worried about what other people will think. I think life should be about you showing who you are and being comfortable in your skin, and whatever emotion and personal journey you take with it, you take.
Yeah.
And if people don't understand it, it's cool. It's not for them to understand. It's for you to feel like that is the biggest achievement. That is the biggest achievement.
That's a good way of putting it. That's a very good way of
That's
putting
a beautiful way
Share
for
it,
them.
man. Share it.
I'll post it.
Yeah, man.
I'll find it. It's somewhere.
I'll repost it. I'll reshare it. Everything. I love that stuff, man. But yeah, that was my parents there, kids are there.
Yeah.
Got batters for me. My coach was there. My brother was there. You
had a full blown entourage. I remember being in the marquee with you for that one.
Yeah, man. I was that first win was like. Okay, so I've been here for 3 years now. Never got to the top step. Always had the potential to. Maybe you're not cut out for it.
There's a justification in your own head now.
And I couldn't care less about it being justified to others because I know
you.
Yeah, for sure. I knew others knew I could win, but I hadn't proved it to myself.
It's one of those. You don't know if everyone's being nice because everyone's telling you at the time you can do it. It's coming, and everyone. And you're like, okay, yeah. And then it gets to the point you get told so much. It's like they're just going through the motions.
And like you said it to me, you're like the quickest here, and I was like, no, I'm not, because you always doubt yourself.
Yeah, that's it. I feel the same way. So I know how I feel, and I saw what you were like, and I just wanted you to feel that you could do it. Like I saw what you felt, that how I felt, and I was,
nice.
You know what, you can do it, dude. And you're so nice, and you deserve it so much. You put so much effort into it.
Thanks, man.
That it was coming. I could see it was coming. And then when you did it, I've never seen anyone with the biggest smile. It's good to hear a tennis.
Got to be an advert, man.
Yeah.
Got to be an advert, isn't it? You know, you've got to train like, come see me. No. I mean, like, it's so nice. But believe me, there are people in our paddock, I'm being very clear, that know you can do it. Definitely don't want to see you do it.
Yeah, I think that's the same in every motorsport paddock.
In everything in life.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
There are people who are supporters, there are people who just can't stand the sight of you. And that's all right. It's all right. But when you do come and offer that just gives that extra push. So when Marsden was coming up my inside into turn one, I was like, no, I'm going for this block.
Yeah.
You're going to have to go the outside. Like, that gives that extra push.
Yeah.
That was a great race for Marsden in the end anyway. But yeah, we did it.
Was part of that relief, that release,
Yeah.
was part of that going back to your childhood, sat watching Formula One, Damon Hill, the classic Williams, and thinking, I'm never going to do that, but I'd love to. And then you got there and did it.
I don't think I had the capacity to even go back that far. I was just stuck
In there.
Like there. And I think that probably would have happened after the first race when I said, I'd love to race. And, someone called me a racing driver. Funny story, I was trying to get on a flight and I said, I'm a racing driver, can you upgrade me to business? They're like, no. He's like, can you sign this though? I was coming back from Dubai, from lecturing, and I was going to Donington. I was like, listen, please sort me out. I need to sleep on this flight. Yeah. No, that didn't come back.
We fully now know that pulling the racing driver card does not.
Sad. You know what? After that time as well, I said, I am never, ever going to say that again. Even if people ask me if I am, I'm like, no, I do track days.
Probably one of those. Yeah, probably one of those moments where you thought, I shouldn't have said that as soon as you said it.
Yeah, exactly.
But with that,
Should we have a little coffee break?
time for another cup of coffee, and we'll be back after this. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
It's been a fun chat so far, Shiraz. It's the stories we hear through motorsport and some of the amusing things we find out through motorsport. So
Stuff that happens in the paddock, it makes the weekend, doesn't it?
Often you remember that more than the racing, frankly.
yeah, that's the truth, isn't it? But going through from childhood, realizing you dream of racing via track days, and then you go into those first formative sort of months and first sort of year or so of racing. You then sort of create you're very much on brand as such. You're very aware of your brand. So where did the Apex Dental Club come from?
Yeah, so this actually came to me. So for those that know, I obviously do a bit with lecturing. I do a lot of lecturing within dentistry. Yeah, fortunate I get to get flown about to share about certain techniques, certain things. So I've become a bit of a name within the lecturing circuit. And I was lecturing to some students in King's College London.
Yes.
And, shared what I was up to and shared what I did. And it was all clinical. And there was a company there that are called Dental Focus, who are one of my title sponsors. And they were talking about my racing journey. And this guy wrote to me and he said, literally, this is the actual message. You ain't ready for the smoke. And I was like, who is this guy? And I couldn't really tell by the picture or what. Yeah, it was. But he was like, amazing lecturer, but you ain't ready for this smoke. And I was like, bro, I don't know who you are, but like, just let's go.
Yeah,
whatever. Anyway, he turned out to be my business partner for Apex Dental Club, and his aspiration was to try and marry this idea of dentistry, dental education, and cars and motorsport. Because as a dentist, you need to be able to do or demonstrate continuous professional development throughout your career. In fact, you have to log the hours every year and submit it to show that you're always developing, because you can't be doing, dentistry those days. Like, it doesn't work, right? So there's a really, really cool niche where we need to deliver education, but where we do that and how we do that is really open.
Yeah.
So he said to me, he was like, you're in the world of racing. There's no one else I'd want to do this with. So then I started fleshing out, right, we need to do this. So the plan for the Apex Dental Club is we've got a sim session next week. We've got a go-kart race. We're going to do a paddle tournament. We're going to do motorsport tickets for my races this year. We're going to do driver development programs. We're going to get them on test days. And it's about trying to bridge this, because, it's no secret, dentists love cars, man.
Yeah.
They absolutely love it. Generally speaking, they're in a relatively good disposable income bracket, so they can, afford these sorts of things. So it's one thing having them, and it's one thing using them.
Yeah.
And what the Apex Dental Club is trying to marry that part of education and all together. So it basically seemed like a dream combination. And then Porsche Mayfair, Kylie, my good guy Kylie, reached out to me. He's like, what's this Apex Dental Club? I was like, it's a cool club, man. That's what it is.
Are you not in it?
Yeah. So do you want to sign up? We'll get you subs, mate. I'll get you a discount on the subs. Yeah. And he's like, can we do an event together? So we did our inauguration and our launch in Porsche Centre Mayfair. What a location.
Yeah.
The Sport Classic, 992 Sport Classic Heritage Pack. Sitting there, and I was like, don't get involved with these conversations.
Not today. Not today.
No, I'm not spending. I'm earning from speaking. Thank you very much. That's it.
So yeah, you've obviously launched that this year.
Yeah. Technically last now, isn't it?
Yeah,
2025.
Yeah, 2025. So that's obviously, how's that going so far?
Really good, man. So we've had such a positive response. What we probably didn't anticipate on is how good a response we were going to get from the non-dental conglomerate. So loads of people, we created something called the affiliate membership, which is basically people that are interested in motorsport cars and want to come on our events.
Yeah.
So we did that. And also, I didn't quite anticipate how much people outside of dentistry would want to be involved with doing events, which is just a mutual win-win, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're giving prime clientele that can probably afford their goods or whatever, and they're hosting us. So it's a win-win situation.
Fantastic.
It's been going really, really well. Really looking forward to the sim day next week, because I need to put a few people straight. So. Fight straight up.
Shiraz gets hoses straight on the sim. Love, can you do the bath time, please? We've got
Yeah, I just got to sort out a few laps.
You need 5. But obviously, you're passionate about your dentistry and your profession, what you do. You're passionate about that anyway. But it must be so special to combine your outside passion with your professional passion, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, and like that's been picked up by all of the press in dentistry. To like this Apex Dental Club is like a really cool, and then the name's a little play because obviously apex of a corner.
Yep.
But what's the tip of your root on a tooth called?
Apex. I know this stuff, I like.
So the tip of the root is called an apex. So hence.
Yeah.
So yes, I was responsible for the name, obviously. But I need to give a shout out to Din, who's the student who said I'm not ready for this smoke. He's worked incredibly hard to try and curate this. He's done a lot of the social media presence stuff. He got a lot of people to our first event. He's an incredibly hard worker, and he's still a dental student, so he's got a really bright future ahead of him. And shout out for him to reach out to me, because then I turned it from a little project into a brand.
Yeah.
And that's something I'm really proud of.
Do you see where do you want to see this? Where do you see this in sort of in the future?
I mean, what would be great is people who, and I have to say this again fairly carefully, people without ego that really want to learn the craft of driving, for them to have a space to go.
Yeah.
For people who love motorsport, people who want to be around that world, and for it not to be seen as just like a hierarchical, you can only be here if you're X, Y, Z. I'm not from any illustrious background. We made it there somehow. I'm not even in the automotive space or the world.
Yeah.
We made it there somehow, so anyone can. And for me, it's always important to try and push your level in whatever you apply yourself to. So rather than trying to go on a track day and be like, I'm king of the hill, it's like, how can I get quicker? It's always been just part of who I am.
Yeah.
In dentistry, how can I get my techniques better? How can I get my procedure better? How can I get my communication better with my patients? How can I offer them better technology? It's all kind of the same thing as trying to get a lap time.
Yeah.
Weirdly. It's just finding that increment again and again and again.
That whole development process, like you said, where you're within your dentistry, you have to show your development. You have to show that there's a development every single day within motorsport. So those two run on the same tram lines, essentially.
And yesterday was already old news.
Yeah.
So you got to keep pushing, don't you? You can't just sit there and be like, yeah, you'll be all right. Yeah, I'll do all right. No one cares about last year now. It's all about next year. This year. It's all about this year.
We are going to go back and touch on last year. Some old news for you there.
There you go. I'm done.
So, obviously, just touching back on your race and your Silverstone, your first win, you had a pretty epic weekend at Braz, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's one I will absolutely never forget. It was my 40th birthday. And I turned up at Brands after having mechanical failure at Anglesey, if you remember.
I do. Yeah.
Because we were looking for an O-ring. Of all things, I mean, one O-ring cancelled my whole race weekend. Can you imagine? So
you were lucky in a sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I wasn't. Doing quali without power steering around Anglesey was, I mean, I thought I'd pulled something. Genuinely, I was like, I'm not built like that, really.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then Brands Hatch opened the curtains, because I stayed there that night. Opened the curtains, and it's absolutely sweltering it down. It's like, of all places, of all places to be in the rain. It's like, get your head in, it's all right. So I pulled out my used wets from probably 2023 or 22, whatever, and put it on the front row.
Yeah.
Like mad.
And you had the biggest crowd of the grid walk by a country mile.
Yeah, it was mad, wasn't it? It was, and that was our grid walk.
Yeah.
So, okay, so this is where I don't usually try and predict the future, right? I was like, it would be so cool if you were in front of this grid walk, wouldn't it? It would be so cool, wouldn't it? And I only missed out by like 2 temps. So one thing that still have to achieve, haven't achieved the pole.
Really?
Yeah, by myself, I haven't achieved the pole. We did in Abu Dhabi, obviously, but that was a combined effort.
Yeah.
But haven't done pole yet. Done fastest laps all day long. Haven't put it together for a single lap.
Yeah.
So that's something I still got to conquer, which I'm sure there's many more things I have to still. And then, yeah, got out as the got a decent. I didn't even get a great launch. I was like, "You flew off the mountain." I said, "I didn't, mate. I had like massive wall spin in first gear because I over revved it."
Yeah.
But the other guy totally stuffed it.
Yeah.
He was. And I had said to Paul Simpson before the race, I said, "Druids, turn 2. I'm going around the outside." I'm going around the outside, and that's that. Like, it's it. And I was already in P1. Went round a paddock, which is quite sketchy, in fairness. Even when it's good weather, it's sketchy, isn't it? Like on 6. And I saw the trail of cars braking while I was still going up the hill. And I don't know where your braking point is, but mine's, the
bridge, yeah.
That's my braking point, really. And everyone's braking, and I'm like, no, I'm just going to keep rolling it through. And I overtook like 3 Class 1 cars.
Yeah.
I bet that felt good. Well,
That's like going back to that track day.
Chris Dyer, shout out to Chris Dyer, one of the funniest guys, the most unassuming guys, but one of the funniest guys. He's a champion of Porsche Club GB. He goes, because he saw me afterwards, and he goes, "I saw you come around the outside." He's like, "Freaking hell, he got a good start." And he's like, "I'll get him on the next straight." And I was like, "What a guy." And then the first 3 laps, I was pumping in like 42s. And I think 3 laps or 4 laps in, I had like 8-second lead.
Yeah, you smashed it.
No, it was just, and then I had a moment where I was going down, what's the straight after Graham Hill?
So you go to the little Cooper straight. Down the back of the pit.
Yeah, little Cooper straight. There, I had a drop of power. Massive smoke came out the back, and then it was all good again.
Yeah, because you've had a few issues with it just like puffing oil now then, haven't you? It's so we know it's you. It's like smoke signals every time you go around. Shiraz is you.
So stressful. Yeah, and then I came off, so I went to 44s, and that's too slow.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to take it easy, but I still won by like 5 seconds. So
someone once said to me, "You build the lead. It's yours to use however you wish to do it."
that's mad. That's cool. That's cool.
So literally, you have to win by the smallest of margin. If you pull a 10-second lead, that's yours to play with. It doesn't matter.
And that was a bit of a wake up, because I was trying to just set fast lap after fast lap, but I didn't need to. So I needed to just manage myself. But I went into over conservation. Darren came second, and then Andrew Porter came third.
Yeah.
But that was my first big one. And then second race, I was like, I'm gonna do it again. So I tried to go around the outside, and David Burke knew I was going around the outside, so he stayed on the outside. And then there was
Uno reverse.
Yeah, exactly. And then Darren got a massive launch out of, what's the fast left onto the GP loop?
It would be Surtees. It's not. They call what they call it. Surtees is a little left right.
Yeah.
Remember?
Essentially turn 4, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's going to bug me.
We use it so little.
Yeah.
I know it goes on to the Hawthorne, but
Yeah, the Hawthorne track. So I got in front of Darren. Darren was P1 for that race. And then I got compromised on entry. I got a little bit late onto power line, because obviously going uphill, he's got the grunt of the 987. Yeah. So he out-drags me and then locks up into
Hawthorne's.
And I was thinking, like, what? At the most, and Darren's been a great compatriot. We've had some great races, literally from the first year, racing against each other. So first off, I just wanted to know he's all right. Saw him out of the car on the next lap. It's like, he's all right, so whatever. And then obviously I had Porter, Gregory, and the guy in the orange car. What's it called? Bradley Motorsport or something like that.
Oh, that's a higher car though. So it was every sort of.
Yeah, but it was him who was driving it, the Carrera Cup driver, because he put it on pole.
Oh yeah. I can't actually.
Bradley,
remember.
something. No, Steve Clark. Steve Clark. That would have annoyed me for the whole fucking. So I've got these guys breathing down my chuff. I was like, oh my days. And in the second race, I was getting frustrated because I couldn't pull away. I was like, come on, mate, get it together. But I held it, and by the last 3 laps, it was already 2 seconds. I was like, we're good. That was my 40th birthday, and then celebrated on that international podium, which was unreal.
Yeah, it's mega.
And then I get a call from my mum that from my wife that her dad has been called into hospital for an emergency operation.
Okay.
So I've gone from this mad 40th birthday to driving from Brands up the M40 to Birmingham to see them. His operation went fine. He was healthy. He was okay. But it was just like a mad swing. But yeah, a weekend I'll never forget, man. That's I put a proper, we'll laugh at this, I put a proper awful social media post up. Awful. Like, you'd have judged me if you'd have seen it. I had both first place trophies and put them in my cup holders, and I was like, oh, that's what cup holders are for.
Instantly cancelled. Unfollow.
I mean, I didn't try and make it sound that way, but it was.
I mean, that's a flex. Don't get me wrong, that's a nice flex.
It's a big flex. Like,
Yeah.
it was ridiculous.
But I would have reported you to Facebook.
Got white trousers, don't even got that's so funny.
So we go from the absolute undulate, like up there, skyrocketed 40th birthday. I've just done it twice. I am space opera bollocks, Shiraz Khan. Down there, family issues. Then you move into Alton Park. Now, Alton Park's never really been your favourite track, never been nice to you. How was your head going into that?
So I was really amped up for Alton Park because I actually love it as a circuit. And I've just had bad luck with the year before.
And
So I was super hungry to prove that I've got what it takes.
yeah.
So in testing, we were doing quick slaps. Everything's cool. Everything's good. And I started chasing a certain signal yellow Cayman.
This can be actually seen on your YouTube
you can see it on the video.
Yeah.
And I'm driving well. And then into Lodge Corner. It's Lodge, isn't it? The last one.
Yeah, Lodge.
Lodge. Got on the power, and I was getting on early. The car's been stepping up, been dealing with it, and had a snap the other way. And then I went straight into the barrier.
Because there's no room for improvement there.
No.
It's if you're off, that's say good night.
The thing is, it was, and then you see the race, and you've seen that overtake that I did.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one. At exactly the same moment on colder tyres.
Yeah.
Funnily enough.
Yeah.
And it was really, the way it snapped. I haven't really had to deal with that. It's always progressive. Like the Boxer's really progressive.
They're really they're nice pliable chassis. They're quite forgiving.
Something I don't know what it was. And anyway, it's a fairly heavy impact. Carried a bit of the barrier back to the pits. I got rushed off to the medical centre.
Yep.
You know, they told me, actually, no one knows this because it wasn't on the footage. They told me I couldn't race because my blood pressure was too high. They're like, you've got elevated blood pressure. I was like,
I've just been in a barrier. Yeah.
I mean,
How much is this going to cost me?
do you know what I mean? Like, I just made a bit of a meal of myself. And the worst bit of it all, yourself included, everyone's like, you got this, mate. This is on. This championship is on. I was like, yeah, it is. I know what I've got to do. So then I became that guy to my team. And, you know, a massive shout out to Supertune. Colin, the boys are there till 11:30. I came back to the circuit because I couldn't just stay at home.
Yeah.
And they got my car put together for me to be able to race. And we're in Parc Fermé and there's an issue. So they're sorting out my issue. And then the marshal's like, pit lane start. I was like, the cars are just there. I can catch them up.
Yeah.
It's like, pit lane start. I was like, what that is. So then I have to go from the back of the grids. And I got a P3 in it. Probably, without question, I think one of my best drives.
Yeah.
Because I didn't let myself, I turned into the same person when I'm doing dentistry. I don't let myself get, of course we all get flustered, but I just manage that. Focus on the task at hand. I need to get points.
Was it one of those, don't think, just do?
Just do. And when I had that moment into Lodge on the first lap, I didn't let it sweat myself.
Yeah.
Because I knew I'd done it in quali. I'd done the times I needed to in quali, so I knew it was in me. I knew that the worry hadn't taken over my body.
Yeah.
And I just got on and did what I had to do. Second race, I had a big moment at Lodge, which you've seen on the footage, and chased the apex, and lost from 4th to 5th, but wasn't my best weekend. Sad that there's this thing with Alton, because I think I can be really quite quick there, but you know, doesn't always work out your way.
It is one of the
to win.
It's one of those tracks, isn't it? It gives you such big rewards, but it could take them away so quickly. That's
so quick. And I certainly try not to be intimidated by circuits, because that's part of the ownership of doing what you do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one hasn't been kind to me for a couple, so I'll be back and watch me put it on pole.
Yeah, that'll probably be your first pole.
Yeah, mad. It'd be mad if that's the case. Right? I'll be mad if that's the case. But yeah, just so there was another big swing. So everything's like, you know, me and Darren are like...
It's a tight championship, isn't it? It's a really, really tight championship, that one. Probably the tightest one out of all of them this year.
I think if you want to do... If you're fairly new and you really, really want to put yourself up against it, provided Porsche Club let you...
Do
Am's the space, man. Am is the space. Dealing with getting lapped, that's a whole different discipline, which we'll come to later on. Oh, my God. But the quality of the drivers, and there isn't ding-dongs by and large. There isn't, usually.
Yeah.
They're fairly fair drivers.
Yeah, essentially you're all friends in the paddock.
Yeah.
So, and then we go on to Donington Park.
Yeah, man. So, Donny...
Tough weekend.
Didn't have my engine, because there was an engine issue for Silverstone before that.
Yeah.
Where I drove Colin's car.
Yep.
And then we got second place, which was... amazing. Again, found lap time out of something that I never thought was possible. Car didn't have a diff in it. Had to drive that.
Yeah.
Drive the life out of that car to get it second.
Very minimal amount of racing laps that race was over.
Yeah. First one wasn't. First one was all right. But that was because of the box to cup. You
had to drop that one in. No, I wasn't in that one, so I'm not to blame.
It's because you weren't in it. Otherwise, it would have been all right. No, it was... what the thing that I was impressed about for that weekend for me was the quali. I got in second place. I was like 0.6 off Chatham, which is quite little over a 2:25 lap.
Yeah, and Ollie's fast.
Ollie's fast, man. I think he's by far. I think he's one of the best drivers that's been in AM for a while, and he really has a level of car control that's, you know, I think's pretty incredible.
Yeah, actually. I agree with you on that.
Yeah, he's really cool, and he's a lovely bloke.
He is lovely.
Got along really well since first day. So yeah, Donington had engine issues because I was in Colin's car.
Yeah.
So he had like a Tipo 150,000 miler in the back of the car. And there was this MAF sensor issue. So for everyone that's watched the last episode, I won't ruin the next one, but essentially when you start the car, there's a procedure for it. Your roof has to be off, MAF sensor out, rev to halfway, put it in, make sure it's all right. If you do it without that, it goes into limp mode.
Yep.
And first race was completely so unordered. It was rubbish. And honestly, if you watched it on the straight, like I get a massive launch out of that last corner to the straight.
Yeah.
What's it called? Top one. I'm rubbish with names.
Yeah, I can't remember. Where's the one where you come once you're around the back of the pits? Around the left, which usually would be Foggies onto the straight.
No, Hamilton's a bit. See again, one of those. So anyway, coming off that fast right, double right onto the back straight at Donny and
up there, that
back the hill.
That's McLean's into Schwantz. No, it's not Schwantz. Coppice.
Yeah,
Coppice.
We are terrible with this. I used to be able to name any circuit corner, any circuit name, but I'm old and decrepit.
Sadly, all of us. I mean, I never knew them, to be honest. That fast one. So I'm just that 4 car lengths when you're coming out of there, and you're like, how are you going to fight that?
Yeah.
And then in the second race, span on my own accord, brake too deep, was fighting for position, and then the car stalled. I dropped the clutch.
Yeah.
Car stalled.
And then that's the end of it. Limp mode done.
Yeah, man. And you'll see in the next episode, I'm holding my head at the beginning of it because it's like, this is slipping away, and all these aspirations. I'm a faithful person, you know. Put my head on the ground, pray to God, and believe that this is an opportunity. And I've been praying for this to go my way. And ever since this Silverstone scenario, it's just turned. Well, actually, since Alton, the tide turned, didn't it?
Yeah.
We're still leading the championship into Donington.
Yeah.
So
got back into the pits. You know, Paul Herfield got into the back, did the math, got back up. I went back out to try and complete 80% of the race.
Yeah.
I did 78% of the race. So I didn't get the points. And how much did I lose the championship by?
I'm not sure actually. I can't remember.
8 points.
It was
How much would I have got for that Donington race?
9.
9 points. Wow. And that is
Literally 2% in it.
that 2%. That is racing. And I think that's the hard bit of racing.
Yeah, what it gives, it can take away, and it can take away in the cruelest way as well.
Yeah. And like, not even, there's nothing I could do about it.
Yeah.
I made a mistake. Sure, that was all on me. I was more impressed that I kept, when I was going down Craders on the first lap on slicks, went onto the grass and kept it out and barrier.
Yeah, because it was a stupidly wet race, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Stupidly wet race.
And then it's all uphill, man. Then like, now I've got to go to Snetterton and perform and not have issues and outscore other people. So it's not just on me to try and be able to win this. It's based on other people's ability.
And their luck as well.
Yeah. And I got a mega launch, like from the third row of the grid. I was on P1 and turn 2. And it's like, all right, let's hold this. Got compromised by a signal, yellow change. Then had a wobble onto the straight, 3 cars go past. I'm like, oh my God. So it was tough. It was, and also I just don't think I was dialed in because I was running in my engine all the testing.
Yeah.
So I didn't set benchmark lap times.
When you're not pushing yourself in that testing, you just need a few laps to push yourself a little bit and then go, okay.
And I'm not unaware that I'm not a thoroughbred racing driver. I have a level of commitment that is associated with confidence, that is associated with time in the seat, on the circuit, in the conditions that I'm going to race in.
Okay.
I can't just turn it on. I'm not at that level.
Yeah.
So those times when I was trying to test really pushed me forwards. And I usually dig into the data, understand what I've got to do, put a lap time in. And I just didn't have it. I didn't have it. So it almost felt like I was already against it. But, you know, I am so like the kid that wanted to race, never thought he'd race, has now come third in the championship at the time. Got a trophy, man. And not only that, everyone in the paddock that was racing me was worried about me.
Yeah.
They were all like, I'm not going to talk about who, but they were all trying to say, no, you're not this position. You need to swap with so-and-so because you're in the wrong position. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm in the right position. Why are you trying it?
Yeah.
No, I'm been on the phone to Mandy. You need to change position. It's like, shut up. Get out of it, man. I'm going where the board says, and you can just move on. To all that stupidity. Had to deal with all of it. But that's all right because that has kept the hunger to want to go again. Get faster, get better, show my class, show my skill, not protest, just win on merit.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm about.
Superb.
Man did the stuff.
I'm looking forward to hearing what your future plans are. But first,
We're going to have a little break, aren't we?
time for another break.
Wow.
It's quick, isn't it?
Loving this, man. It's so good.
Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe on all social media platforms.
And don't forget to like and subscribe on the likes of Spotify and YouTube. Subscribe to listen to us for new content coming up wherever you can.
Welcome back to, we keep saying this, it's just been a brilliant flowing chat. I'm loving this.
Yeah.
Porsche Cayman Sprint Challenge.
You had a little test, didn't you?
You had a little tease. You dipped your toe in the water, but did you go all in? Did you go in the swimming pool or did you just dip your toe? Come on, talk to us.
So, earlier in the year, after the Silverstone test day, Mandy wrote to me and she said, Shiraz, there's a event at Podium Place and Porsche GB are hosting it.
I remember this.
Porsche Motorsport and GB are hosting it. And they've got a Sprint Challenge driver, they've got a Carrera Cup driver, and they want a club driver. And we've kind of put you forwards. Can you do it? And I was like, well, I get a bit nervous, guys. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I was like, give me that.
You haven't got stage fright.
I was like, give me that opportunity. So anyway, I went there, took my car down at my own expense, everything. Like, it was really, really cool. And the guys give a shout out to Lee Brown, legend, who's now working with United. He was a legend. He introduced me to everyone. He took my details. He got me I sat in the cup car and I was like, oh my God, this is like, You know, they were just fantastic. And met the other drivers as well, Lydia Walmsley.
Yep.
Yeah, Lydia.
She's top lady.
She's great.
We should get her on this podcast. Like,
She's so
cool.
I'm inquiring through friends at Graves. We're trying to get her on.
I'll get her on. She came to the day we got on house fire. She comes see me as a dentist. So it's like a weird world that all kind of works out. So did that. Took Lee's contacts. They invited me to HQ, Porsche Reading. And I just finished episode 1. And this was probably 3 months before it was going to be aired.
Yeah.
Sat down with Ian Fletcher, Lee, head of marketing. They watched the first episode. And they were like, this is
Awesome.
unreal. Like, no one's doing this.
Yeah.
Anyway, so hit it off really well. They said they wanted me to do a guest entry round and stuff. And it didn't really work out because I was in the fight for a championship.
Yeah.
So, okay. But I said, we definitely want you to come down to the taster session. And then, you know, there was quite a few people inquiring and whatever. They were like, oh, we just need to confirm, whatever. And Zentech Motorsport got in touch. And they're like, do you want to do a day with us at the taster day? I was like, oh yeah, I'm coming down anyway. I'm doing it with Porsche GB. They're like, we'll come down to a proper setup car, not a safe car, and come do it with us for half the day. Then you can go off and do your Porsche GB thing.
Yeah.
So, talking about dip your toe in, full wet Silverstone in a 500 horsepower GT4 RS Club Sport. Checked my load. That's a nice way to put it, right? I was like, I can't wait to be here. Oh my God, this is so nervous. And, you know, Sarah's amazing. She's keeping me up to date. You know, the setup was amazing. The car was amazing. We recorded an episode, which you saw probably over Christmas.
Yeah.
And Sam Harvey was a legend, proper confidence inspiring. Sat with me in the car at the beginning. He's like, I don't need to sit with you. You know what you're doing. I was like, no, please sit with me. Please. He's like, listen, just brake harder. That's all he said. And we'll find it on my Instagram. There's a massive swapsy at cops. I was like, not again. No. And held it and all that. And it was like a dream come true, because all of a sudden then this idea of being in a GT4 car was starting to come a reality. And this was the first step on the way there. Zentech knew me. All the team at Porsche GB were like, oh, Shiraz, hey, nice to meet you. Finally get to meet you. They've spoken about you, blah, 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 whatever. And, you know, like, you got to pinch yourself, don't you? Because it's like this random guy who's essentially just a Porsche customer.
Yeah.
I'm a Porsche customer. And now GB Motorsport are inviting me down to do stuff with them. And, like, how did that even happen? You know what I mean? How did those dots line up? Anyway, they did. And had an incredible day. And I said, this is where I need to be. But obviously, as you're aware, the step from club racing to Toka package racing is different. Like times 10.
Yeah.
And I was like, right, what have I got to do? And we're on that push now.
Yep.
I'm sure you're going to ask me what my plans for 2026 are.
Well, you've already started you've completed one of the things of 2026, haven't you? So,
oh my God!
From your Porsche taste today, what have you just done? Look at the smile on that face.
Like a Cheshire cat. Like, so I got invited to race in the 24-hour series, 6 hours of Abu Dhabi, in a GT4 CS.
Have you stopped pinching yourself?
No.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about how much of a rush this trip was as well. But it was over before you knew it.
Yeah.
And I'm back into teeth like I never had. Like, literally. So at the end of November, beginning of December, I had a team follow me on Instagram. And, you know, I get quite a bit of engagement through Instagram and all that. It's all good. And usually it goes something like this. Hey, man, we've seen your profile. We'd love for you to race with us. I was like, oh man, yeah, sure. Can we have a discovery call? Let's just understand what you're trying to do. They're like, yeah, cool. Here comes an invoice for 300 grand. And it's like, yeah, it's not how it works for me, mate. So I'm used to getting those sorts of messages.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those. I like to be wined and dined before I get.
It would be quite nice, wouldn't it? You know. So, quite often in cars now, you can go, oh, let's just keep a serious conversation. Maybe we've done this well to get this far, actually. You know, I'm clipping that in a room. Yeah, 100%. That's got to go. Oh, dear. So when I get these messages from people, I'll take it with a pinch of salt every time. So this team had reached out to one of my coaches who is a previous Golf Radical Cup champion. Uh-huh. I'm like, do you know this guy? And he was like, yeah, you definitely don't want him to race. No, joking. He's Usman Mughal, who's previous Golf Radical Cup champion, amazing driver, done loads of karting, done Formula 4 tests. Like, this guy is...
He's a peddler.
Quick. So anyway, we talked, they put us in touch. They offered something which was just frankly
too good to miss.
Refuse, yeah. And it took a lot of management of my diary, frankly, just keep it at that, to try and go out. After seeing patients on Wednesday, did an overnight flight straight to Abu Dhabi, got to the airport, straight to the circuit with my suitcase, did a track walk, then went out and tested in FP1. I was 8 seconds off the pace, man, of my own teammates. And I was like, there's something to be said for, you know, when Class 1 cars come past Boxsters, it's like, oh, there you go. When you're full on the brakes at 150 meters, and then a GT3 car goes past you at full chat for another 75 meters. So, you know, turn 5 of Yaz, which is the hairpin back onto the big straight. Yep. Mm-hmm. That chicane, 150, 120 meters if you want. These cars are full chat up to 75. Bang. And you're turning in at this point, and they've just stuffed it up the inside. I mean, yeah, so I was totally overwhelmed. And, you know, we talked about happy tears. Yeah. I was in complete opposite tears. I was like, you think you're about it, and now you're here, it's time to walk, and you can't even take the first step. Yeah. I got out of the car, and I was, because I'd flown overnight, I was smashed, and I saw my Usman, who was also one of the drivers. I was like, bro, I haven't got it. And the worst bit of it is we didn't have data, because the data logger wasn't working. Yeah. So I couldn't do the thing that I do that helps me prepare. Yep. Slept that night, woke up, and I was like, right, get it together. Go time. FP1, FP2 now. And I found 8 seconds. So I was on par with my other teammate. Yep. And that's a lot to find.
Do you just put that down to fatigue, or was it just the complete whole like situation, just everything all in one? Because like you say, you've gone from bang to bang to bang to bang, straight in.
I'm prime prep. Perhaps I just expect a lot of myself. Because I also am the sort of person who hates making any form of excuse. Probably the overnight flight wasn't a good shout. Like,
you didn't tell them at that point that you're a racing driver to get the...
Sadly not. Hasn't happened since, I can assure you. Apart from on the return journey, where he's like, are you checking that in? He's like, what is that? I was like, it's a helmet. He's like, are you a driver? I was like, yes. Yeah. He saw the Michelin. Yeah, he saw the Michelin day, right? I was like, funny story actually. Porsche, shout out to Ian Fletcher because he's a ledge. He wrote me a personal email when he saw I was going out, top guy. And he said, I just want to say, have an incredible time. What an opportunity. You should be super proud of yourself. And when I went to the notification of the Sprint Challenge calendar for 2026, there was like an event at Silverstone. I was wearing a Pirelli hat. He was like, we need to get you a Michelin hat. Hello. Called myself a Michelin hat. Yeah. And then I think it was fatigue, overwhelmed. I didn't get to dial in at Yas. I've never been there. I've never driven it. Under the lights, it is different. Yeah. Massive credit to these Formula 1 drivers, man. Like, unbelievable. Like, the amount of speed they're taking into these corners. So I need to try and dial in, and I'm trying to manage all these things, and I'm tired of the fatigue. Maybe it was all of it. But then I woke up fresh head. I was like, all right, let's get it. Let's go and get it. And I got the time that I needed to. And yeah, my teammates, some of them were like ultra quick drivers. One's semi-pro from South Africa, one's at Usman. The other guy's like 10 years at NLS at Nürburgring. And you got a Shiraz, the dentist. Yeah, we got the car on pole, man, which was like, I mean,
Were you aware of the people that were following you back here?
no. I mean, I had some really lovely messages from people like yourself, right? I mean, what you're doing is incredible. I had no idea who was talking, who was saying what, who was not. The only indication I had was when I came back, I was like, let me just go through my analytics for Instagram. And then you see the graph of typical, and you see you see that. So I was like, all right, so obviously everyone's tuning in. But what was really cool was the Porsche Club driver group of DMs that I got. Like Pete Morris, I didn't even know he had an Instagram. I didn't even know I was following him on Instagram. And he's like, what an opportunity. Go and enjoy it. Chris Dyer, yourself, like loads of people just wrote to me and they're like, man, you're living the dream.
Yep.
And it was an opportunity, an invitation I just couldn't refuse. Had to change everything around, trying to do it. And did it, man.
Yeah.
And that was the hardest race of my life because it's not even about setting a lap time anymore.
No. Changes, doesn't it, when you have to do a stint and it's not just a sprint?
80 bar on a pedal, put 80 bar through your box to brake pedal, what's going to happen?
Oh, it's going to break.
Snap off on it.
Yeah.
So in that test day, when I was 8 seconds off, FP1, I'm pressing the brake. I was like, why is he not slowing down? Why is he not slowing down? Oh, a bit more pressure, a bit more pressure. And like,
Everything, your full body.
my genuinely, so I think I did a 90-minute stint, so I think it was like 45 minutes in, code 60 came. So I thank God for that, mate. My back was hurting from smashing the pedal so hard, right?
Yeah.
What I was subtly impressed with though was actually my endurance ability was quite good because I've got a whoop, so I was checking the heart rate and stuff, and that's fine because I've obviously started to pick up a bit of running and stuff. My cardiovascular was fine. I was just overwhelmed, you know. When we finished qualifying, we went upstairs onto the corner of turn 1. There's a little grandstand there.
Yeah.
It's like the Paddock Club bit. And
Paddock Club.
it's not the Paddock Club when it's not F1. It's like a dingy corner of the circuit when it's not F1. And hearing those GT3 cars go past, like, oh my God, like I had some other friends there, you know, I know Team Qatar. So they were racing, you know, a couple of them were patients and whatever. And like, they won their race. We came second. We came second because we got hit in the first code 60. The dashboard went black.
Oh.
And you need that to know your speed.
Yes, that kind of helps.
Yeah, so unscheduled stop, 3 minutes, reset the car, reboot, plug in the computer, all of that. And then we lost by 1:30. So it was on the cards. But, you know, I've kind of said this all the time. You know, the win is cool. Of course it is. Yeah. But it didn't matter.
You got the experience.
And still on that podium where Lando was crying with his first win, like, you know, everyone was around, everyone's celebrating, everyone's cheering. Like, I'm trying to take a selfie of myself and it's on flipping live stream. It's like, so ridiculous. And I guess, I mean, the amount of messages I got that were like, put your phone away. Enjoy the moment that I saw after.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'd done it all. So, had to pay for extra baggage because that trophy is well heavy.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like, look, massive.
A proper size trophy. Rob doesn't like our normal trophies.
Does it not?
The chain.
I saw, look, this is nothing against Porsche Club, but your trophies are pathetic. Get bigger.
Yes. Yeah, it was mad. And then, you know, to put that on your mantelpiece at home and...
I mean, you haven't got it in the surgery.
No.
Come on. That's a flex.
I mean, it's a flex. Now, all of those are best dentist and composite bonding case of the year. I don't think second place at Yas works. That works.
It depends on the clientele that's coming in.
It does. Which we can talk about later. But yeah, no, the you know, my daughter saying to me, she's like, we watched you and can I keep your trophy in my room? I was like, yeah, of course. And she'd had carry, she's like, oh, it's too heavy. Like, all these little micro situations is just, yeah, man. I mean, you know.
These are the memories that you don't forget, Les.
Never. And being overwhelmed. So Wednesday flew overnight, Thursday FP1. absolutely crap myself. FP2, quali, Friday. Saturday, 6-hour race. Sunday, 6 a.m. at the airport, fly back to UK. Get home for free, see my family, see the kids. Monday back at work.
No rest for the wicked.
It felt like it all just happened too quickly.
It's like a stag. You did a racing stag do without any alcohol, without any
So like it happened so quickly. I needed to go out for longer.
Yeah.
But in the very nature of how the whole thing was set up, it couldn't have been more prepared. So it was the way it was meant to be. And, the team already talked with us this year about trying to do the whole 24-hour series in the Middle East Cup. So they have 3 races. They have Malaysia, Sepang, unreal.
Wow.
That's 12 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Abu Dhabi 6 hours and Dubai 24 hours.
Wow.
So that would be the championship for next year, which starts in December.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking to us about if we want to do it. And I said, look, I mean, like most things, if the package is correct and it's doable, then because like the sponsors went mad for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because essentially I got, when I say subsidized, I mean like 5% of what it would cost.
Jeez.
As an invitation, right? And I reached out to the sponsors and they were like, damn straight.
Yeah.
Let's go. You got to be there. And credit to them, Dental Focus, Racing UK, Oroscoptic, all of these Prestige Dental, all of these guys that have supported my journey from the first turn of the wheel. When this opportunity came up, they're like, we got to go get it.
Yeah.
I tried to get some of them to come out with me, but, obviously the nature of it's quite difficult to do all of that. Yeah, man, it's unbelievable, man. And it just felt like it happened too quickly. So the plan possibly, and we'll talk about 2026, but the plan possibly is to try and enter that for next year, at least, if I don't do any more racing in the Creventic this year.
Okay.
Which obviously they've got their European tour, which is up all the places you've always wanted to go. Ricard, Barcelona, what's the one in Portimao, Mugello, like Nürburgring GP.
Yeah.
Like the places. So yes, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But obviously, I have got my heart and aspirations firmly set on trying to make this Sprint Challenge campaign come true.
Yep. How close are you to that?
I'm probably closer than I was last year, but still not close enough in reality. I think I've engaged with people that will value the 77 hours of ITV4 footage.
Yeah.
And rather than just being a live stream, I think you need to go to a different level of clientele. And
100%.
Yeah, my sponsorship portfolio, shall we say, is based on my personal brand in dentistry currently. Now it's about really trying to digress out of that and get to more mainstream brands. So we're working hard on it. I've actually got an agent involved who's negotiating things and so on. So I'm taking it seriously. But I have to also be realistic about that may not be a plausibility. Depending on engagement.
So if the Sprint Challenge doesn't come off this year, will you be looking for individual endurance drives maybe just
possibly
to keep...
And probably a proper season of testing in a GT4 or a GT4 RS throughout the year. I mean, I think that, because what happened in Abu Dhabi, I'm not letting that happen again.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
The getting yourself that deep, and not coping.
Going in this year and with your eyes wide open, fully prepared.
And I think, the Sprint Challenge Day, going back to that, the Taster Day, that went really well. And I handled the car under really tricky circumstances. That made me think that I'll be all right in the GT4 CS. And then you're at Yaz, sweltering hot on slicks.
Different gravy.
Different gravy.
Has it given you the bite a little bit for more endurance stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, so one other thing that's possibly on the horizon is something called the GTC, which is an endurance championship with like Slovakia, Hungary, some other European places.
Yeah.
And that's within reach with current sponsors. I think the tricky thing is you have to be one or the other, because if I'm proposing to UK companies, going to race in the Slovakia ring provides no return on exposure. So I think that is still an aspiration of mine. But I'm super clear that Sprint Challenge is my kind of aspiration to go. And I know one of the other guests, you know, has planned for doing that, and I'm really pleased for him as well. But I hope I can join him this year.
That'd be great. Have a few guys from Porsche Club.
100%. That'll be
awesome.
I mean,
but it shows that the period works. The plan works. People can slag it off all they want, but it bloody works.
Yeah, it works. It works.
It's not easy. Nothing in life is, but it works.
And I think
all that's going to do is that helps Porsche, doesn't it? Essentially, I know we're Porsche heavy on this one, but it shows to Porsche that what they're actually doing and investing in is Porsche, and their series is working. Lower down, we need some more investment and help. I think we do within Porsche Club, because a lot of it is we do get subsidy, but it's kind of like, right, you guys need to up this, because we're just streamed, and essentially like, we're all privateers, we're all trying to do it. And we need the help, and we're trying to promote the brand. We all love the brand.
Love it.
So I mean, all guys that like you and Max that come from that and continue racing up the Porsche ladder is only going to benefit us.
Everyone. It benefits everyone, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I think, you know, I have to say, Mandy, Chris, the whole Porsche Club team, not just Motorsport, the whole Porsche Club, GB, Adam Towler, everyone has just been so cool with me in my first aspiration to go racing and want to do this sort of stuff, and knowing that I'm not really from that, you know, like not from that world.
Yeah.
So it's essentially I'm just a customer that wanted to take it further, right? That's what I am.
Yeah.
And like most things, take your ego out of it, learn from the best, and see where you fare up.
And you live in the dream in doing so.
Yeah, man, it's so incredible.
There's another first you're about to do in your illustrious career so far. You're doing your first top 10 shootout.
Oh, no.
Well, top 10 plus one.
What does that mean?
Are you ready for your top 10 shootout questions?
No.
You go into anyway. Let's go. Take it away.
Abu Dhabi all over again.
Yeah.
Red sauce or brown sauce?
Red.
Tea or coffee?
Tea mornings, coffee. Yeah, coffee mornings, tea at night.
Movies or books?
Movies.
Race weekend or boys weekend?
Race weekend.
Text or voice note?
I'm a voice note guy.
Thank you, voice note guy.
If you could have one person narrate your life for the rest of your life, who would it be?
My dad.
Cool shout.
Love that.
You got a one-lap shootout. What track are you choosing and who against?
Spa-Francorchamps against Max Verstappen. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, man.
He's not lacking confidence.
No. I'm going to get smoked, but it's all good. You could say you did it, right?
Wet race or dry race?
Dry race.
Manual or paddle shift?
Manual, man.
Hey.
Manual.
Right. If your car could make one noise when you punch that throttle pedal, what noise would that car?
Like an engine sound.
No engine sounds allowed.
Oh, man. Leroy Jenkins.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shiraz Khan.
Thanks, guys.
What a man. What a podcast. It's been great to have you on.
It's really enjoyed it. It's been...
On a personal note, and I'll say this to you as well, it's good to hear some of the sort of emotion come out of it. It's clear that you wear your heart on your sleeve.
Yeah, man.
I wish you all the best for this year and moving forward. I really hope you get to where you want to go in Sprint Challenge, and
Thanks,
I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes.
Thanks. And you know what? Credit to you both. You know, you're doing this great podcast. It's really nice to see. It's really nice to see for us drivers to have this opportunity, for you to invite us as guests, to have exposure. It means the world to us. So thank you for your great work. And hopefully you'll be seeing us in a BTCC paddock soon.
Yeah, baby.
It's beautiful.
Thanks, guys.
So from Shiraz Khan, from Scott Evans, and from Rob Lewis, this has been the Drive and Talk podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all of that stuff, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.